okay? Alex C, back pocket, okay?
Hey, boys. All right. Use your voice all day. Use your voice, okay? Swannaroos on 3. 1, 2, 3. Swannaroos!
Let's go, boys!
1, 2, 3, 3.
Strong in that quarter was fantastic.
Heat index just a couple of degrees above that with the high humidity as the ball comes out to the near side. One-on-one contest, winning the footy, spinning away. Miller goes sideways and ends up on his Kyber pass. Now it's going to be the 56 here for the Cats. Going to send this one over. Ball is dropped, and the ball may have gone out of bounds with Dowling. No score, 3.5 minutes gone. Maine needs to win to have any sort of chance of winning this tournament. And it is a relatively slim chance. They would have to win by a pretty big margin. Handballs it on, sends this one on. Ricochets off of Holston, who had a couple of big goals for the Cats in their game. Gets it out to the near side and gets it away. Out to the near side where it is dropped off the chest there of Spencer Norman Gerard. Mark is picked off, and here they come the other way. It's going to drop in front. Handballs it on back. Caught Gray by surprise. And then Gray in turn catches Clark by surprise. Goes out to the far side. Barely stays in the field of play. Going to get knocked on. There's a big tackle in there. Throw a blanket over 15 players. It comes out to the near side now. Played out. Over the top. Juggle to Mark. And he grabbed the jumper. It'll be a free kick. So tackling without the ball. Here's Aaron Gray. Gray has played with Denver, played with Boston, and also played with the national team. Had a good tournament back in August. Through the hands of Burgess. Played on now by Gill. Sending this one back the other way is Parker. Marked over the top by Houghton. Wilmington with an opportunity here. Inside 50. Gets knocked. 2 marks of the ball and got it. The mark is taken. Mark taken once again by James Neal. 5.5 minutes gone. Still looking for our first score of this 5th game. The last game of the day for both teams. Sending this one down the line. And the ball is tapped out of bounds by Matt Elliott. No score on the Watch AFL scoreboard. And our thanks to you who have joined us throughout the day. We appreciate everybody's patience with the little gremlins we've been having, but Jerry Long, our production manager, has done a fantastic job, as he always does. You're part of the family now, mate. As ball comes back in. Maine looking for their first goal. He's got to pick it up and kick it. And it looks like he got drove, or rather, Wilmington was looking for their first goal. Maine was trying to get it out, but the player was taken down off the ball, and so it'll be a free kick from the in-goal area. Out to the near side they go. Stabs this one across, but it's going to get picked off. And it will be Ty Clark, who will go back and try to give the Bombers the first score of this contest. So here is Clark. The kick is up on the way. Looks good off the boot. It is off the goalpost. Just faded to the right, and it was a Wilbur post. Hello, I'm Mr. Ed. First score of the game goes to the Wilmington Bombers. 7 minutes exactly have elapsed. It's 1-0 Watch AFL scoreboard. If the Bombers win, and they of course at 0-2, they cannot win the regional title. But if they win, it would take the Maine Cats completely out of the equation, and a 50-meter penalty has been awarded as the Bombers did not give the ball back. So they'll make the mark, and it's Shoemaker, the fullback, who sends it out to the far side, and the ball is marked. Sending this one down the line. Boom Crash Opera. Burgess has the ball, sends this one in, juggled, and wow, almost taking the mark. He didn't pay it. Turns around, and that one is overturned as Kurt Hiller went for it, but Wilkosh out of the back, one of the Jacksonville players. As mentioned, Wilmington and Jacksonville combined together. Oh, good. Almost taking the mark was Luke Meyer, but the ball tumbles over the boundary line and out of bounds. And in fact, it was, well, the umpire, I thought, made the throw-in signal, but it looks like it was a free kick given to Luke Meyer. So Meyer stands 45 meters out, 45-degree angle. The kick is up on the way. It's a good kick. It's a good kick, but it's off to the side. And Maine is on the board. It's 1-1 after 8.5 minutes. So 1-1 the score. In this game, the team's trying to move the ball out of the midfield. This field is a little bit narrower than I think what you would normally see. And the Lions, it's almost like a rounded rectangle, but that's because of the conditions. And each team are playing 16 aside. So the play has been well. And the ball was marked by Tucker McCullough. McCullough sends that one into the pocket. And it's marked. This is Tyler McQueen. McQueen sends this one. This one is fading left. Almost marked. Chance out in front. A little kick. There it is off the ground. Oh, what a goal. Great heads-up play by Grant Houghton. He was surrounded by white jumpers. And the Bombers take the lead on the Watch AFL scoreboard as we near the midway point of this first half. Wilmington 1-1-7, Maine 1 behind. Well, finally, the effort paying off for the Bombers. And they have, as we said, that first game, it was an absolute dogfight against the Virginia Lions for the first 20 minutes. And finally, the Lions went on the win. But for the Bombers-Saints combo, they have meshed very well together. And the Saints have shown, thanks to their D4 victory with Wisconsin a few years ago, they can gel with just about anyone. Maine trying to answer as Gray tries to get the ball forward, almost taking the mark, and now coming back the other way is Chris Harrell. Harrell got the ball off to the side. There's Luke Hemingway. Can't get to it. He stays with the pill. Here is Harrell again. Harrell got it away as Gill got there too late. The ball goes forward. Going to get taken down. Just getting the ball away. Kieran Gill sends this one in. It is marked. Oh, what a nice mark. Beautiful. And going on quickly now is Moeller. Gets it on a hop. Here is Aaron Gray. Oh, that was a shankopotamus of a kick. Someone alert the Raleigh Zoo as the ball going out of bounds. It'll be a boundary throw-in. Still 7-1, Wilmington/Jacksonville the lead. They're 0-2 coming into this game and can derail the Maine Cats' chances of winning the tournament, even if they keep the game close. The ball comes out on the far side now. Little chippy handball finds O'Connell. O'Connell sends this one in. And the mark is taken. This is Wilkosh. Wilkosh sends this ball down the line. Over the top goes Holstein. Holstein goes and tries to pick it up. He shuffles forward. Ball marked by Wilkosh defensively. Wilkosh, best and fairest in Division 4, the year that Jacksonville won. Sending this one down. Almost taking it was Holstein. Once again, goes for a worm ball. Subway ball. Berry taken down. Ball squirts out, and it'll be a free kick. They get rid of it. Oh, good spearing kick. Here come the Bombers. But a good job by Shoemaker defensively. Still has it. Off of one step there was Parmenter. Parmenter can't get to it. Maine trying to clear it out, and they do through Gill. Kieran Gill with it. One-on-one over everybody. Out the back is Moeller. Oh, good selling of the candy. Leaving some junior mints on the floor was Ty Clark. And he and Moeller acknowledge the incidental contact. Ball goes out of bounds. The ball is on the far side, rather. Stays in play. Little handball. Here come the Bombers, except he forgot the pill. That was the most important part, and the ball goes over the boundary line and out of bounds. 13-15 gone. Watch AFL scoreboard. Wilmington 1-1-7. Maine 1 point. Brian Barish here with you as we've been all day. This next to last game, we'll have one final game coming up between Virginia and North Carolina as Holston goes out to the near side. Drop we should have taken there by Berry. Berry stays with it. Matthews. He's knocked sideways as well. Wilkosh. Can't get it. There it is in front. Going to try and pick it up. Once, twice, 3 times a lady. Now has the football now. Trying to get it through. Big scramble in front. And still trying to get it out, and finally they do. How far out will they get? Not that far. Wilmington still has the football now, but they cough it up to the Cats. Down the line. It'll pop up in the air. Now going all the way back to get it and running through is Parker. Parker runs this one down in. 2-on-1 contest. Off the top, Shoemaker. Handballs it around. Now they get it to the hands of Tuas. Tuas sends it goalward, but it's off to the side and through for a minor score. Wilmington 1-2-8. Maine 1 behind. Watch AFL scoreboard. Almost 5 minutes to play. Maine Cats will put it back in as they go in short. The mark taken. The Cats, as we mentioned, founded in 2018, played a couple of seasons on their own and got absorbed back into Boston for a couple of years, and now here in 2025 their own club. So all 3 of the quote-unquote new teams here in 2025, including the Bayou Brawlers, are all represented at this tournament, and that's great to see. Moeller takes another mark. He's been very active across the center half forward attack here. Almost taking the mark was Burgess. And clearing this one out off the ground where it's marked once again by Cassidy Matthews. Matthews didn't get good wood on that. You could kind of hear the ball almost sounded flat. Shoemaker handles it back. They get it out. And they get a good connection to Moeller. Moeller in the center of the ground. Just slightly to the wing position. One-on-one. Burgess can't get to it. Rather, that's Meyer. Meyer turns around. Sending this one long. 3 players going after it. Hemingway is there. Everybody overruns it. Wilmington gets it. Went through the wickets. Stayed with the football. Wilkosh picks it up and gets it the heck on out of there. Out to the near side, off the fingertips there of Matthews. Now sending this one back once again is Gray, almost, but it's taken down. Bombers trying to get it out. Burgess. Oh, there's one by Foster. He took a wild stab at it, and that should be high contact being called against Dowling. And it is. So it'll be a free kick to the Bombers with about 3 minutes to go in this first half. Bombers leading 8-1 on the Watch AFL scoreboard. Long kick. Juggled and marked. Defensive mark taken by Aaron Gray. Gray will play on quickly. Goes into the pocket. drops in front, handballs it back, picked up by Meyer. Kansas, carry on my wayward son and carry on to kick a goal. Luke Meyer has brought the Cats to within a point. 117 Maine Cats, 128 Wilmington. And you can hear his family cheering to our right. They've come to a lot of the matches. And in fact, his parents were up in Toronto when he was playing on the national team. It's great to see such support. 1 point separates the sides. And the live ladder, of course, would show, right now showing a three-way tie with one each, but Maine now with that win, still slightly ahead, but it only would matter. The second place, let's put it this way, if there's ends up being a three-way tie for second, the one thing it would really impact as Maine comes down again is the winner of the MVP. It's a grand final MVP, but that's essentially who is the best player in the game between the top two teams. Maine looking to take the lead or at least tie. Wilmington says no way. Ball is cleared out. Under a minute and a half to go in this first half. The ball is stabbed forward. Mark taken. Play on quickly. Off the side of the foot. Benjamin is going after it. Picked up by Berry. Rolls it along the carpet. Back into the hands of the Bombers. Got rid of the ball quickly. Overcooks the kick looking for Parmenter. Can't get to it. Ball goes out over the boundary line and out of bounds. Then we'll have another boundary throw in. Under a minute to go. Ball will come back into play. Swatted down. Ball gets knocked backwards. Gonna get picked up. That's Reeves for Wilmington. And he runs 14.5 meters and kicks this one out looking for Foster. It'll drop in front of him. Swats it back. Went for just a wild kick, but got nothing but fresh air, and then comes back in and lays a great tackle. And up a little bit afterwards, but it went quickly. And the player for Wilmington thought he was unfairly dealt with. They'll play on quickly down the line. And it's marked by Jacob Fenton Hewlett. And the horn goes, and that will do it. Well, Fenton Hewlett is trying to decide if he wants to have a shot here. And it looks like he is. And Wilmington very quickly puts it, well, you know what, A for effort. That's going to come about 50 meters short, but that will do it. So halftime in the game number 5 of 6 here from the Southeast Regionals of the USAFL. It's the Wilmington Bombers, 1 goal, 2 behinds, 8 points. The Maine Cats 1-1-7, and this Wilmington-Jacksonville combination looking pretty good. And we've seen a lot of games over the course of the day have gone back and forth in this first half. They've been very close, but one team always seems to gain momentum in the second half. We'll see if that happens or if we have another barn burner when we return. You're watching the 2025 USAFL Southeast Regional Championships from Raleigh, North Carolina, here on AussieRulesUSA.com.
This presentation of the USAFL is brought to you by Tasmanian. Quietly pursue the extraordinary. Cooper's, Australian made and owned. Cooper's Beer. Odin Mortgage and Tax. CyberSolve IQ, the cybersecurity partner of the USAFL. HBC Event Services. Premier Sports Medicine. And Visit Tucson Sports.
Back here in Raleigh for the 2025 USAFL Southeast Regional Championship presented by Tasmanian. Second half of this game between the Wilmington Bombers and the Maine Cats about to get underway. The Bombers / Jacksonville Saints leading Maine 8-7. Brian Barish back here with you. Glad to have your company, and great to have everybody on the stream who have been watching us throughout the day. Of course, we've got other action happening around the USAFL today, with Wisconsin heading to Chicago to take on the Swans, and then the beginning of the SoCal Cup, the three-ringed or three-cornered, should we say, mini tournament, which happens over the course of 3 different weekends, and between the LA Dragons, Orange County Giants, and the San Diego Lions. And things are kicking off in Los Angeles today. So second half about to get underway. Wilmington leading 8-7. If Wilmington wins, that would knock the Cats out of contention and essentially make it kind of a de facto grand final, although points percentage will very much come into play. And if Maine wins, then they still may very well have a shout. But we're underway here in this fourth quarter, and it's worth mentioning Maine, of course, is had all of a half-hour break in between games, while Wilmington sat for an hour and a half. Out to the near side, going to pick that one up is Miller. Comes all the way back, big tackle laid on. Gonna get picked off by Miller. Miller with a left-footed boot. Ball goes across. Shovels it back. Goes back the other way. Goes out to the far side, drops down, soccered off the ground, marked. And Wilmington will have an early opportunity just 45 seconds in. The kick will come from a 70-degree angle. And it's Stephen Taylor who kicks it on the way. The president of the Jacksonville Saints has put his team on top. The Saints / Bombers, 2-2-14, Maine 1-1-7. A minute and 15 seconds gone. Well, we'll see how this goes. And Wilmington has come out firing. And we saw what happened in the last game, where the Maine Cats gave up the opening score within the first minute and then turned around and kicked 4 goals in reply to stomp home winners. They're going to need to do that, one, to have any sort of chance of winning, but also winning the championship. Umpire McAvaney sets the ball aloft once again. Going to get picked up. Sending this one forward was Gill. And it's marked in front. Maine might answer straight away. Here's Kurt Hiller. Hiller will go back. This is within his range. Gets under it. Gets a good stroke at it. It's going to drop in front. Did it go off of a foot? It's cleared out. Good job by the Bombers when it was battle stations, and the ball goes over the boundary line and out of bounds. 2.5 gone. Second half. Ball comes spinning back in the play once again. And it's marked. They'll get rid of it quickly. Will Neal. Or check that was McFarland. Ball goes up on the far side now. Ball goes to ground. Going to get picked up. Running through there is McCullough. McCullough dodges the gauntlet. Sends the ball down. Marked. Bombers moving the ball well. Sending this one in. Drops in front. Looking for Taylor. But it's cleared out of there. Cats wanted a call for contact after the kick, but not going to get it. Here is Miller in the fields of his own. As he would say, these are the me fields, and it's marked once again by Stephen Taylor. What a fantastic job he's done. He has used his strength to get a couple of marks, and now He can kick his second of this half. It is dead center, perfect goal to Stephen Taylor, and his team extends their lead. Watch AFL scoreboard. Wilmington/Jacksonville 3-2-20. Maine 1-1-7. 4 minutes gone, second term. And the Cats, but rather the Bombers side, looking very good. And they did a very good job to parry away the Cats' attack. Come back in the middle once again. And here comes Maine trying to answer back quickly. They're down by 13. Meyer, who kicked an amazing goal. That's been his only team's goal. He was taken down. And Wilcox wins the free kick. Can't miss Jack Wilcox. He looks like a strong man from the 1920s. As the ball gets sent down the line. Over the top. Almost getting Falcon there was Matthews. Matthews sends that one along and kept in play. Picking that one up quickly and sending that one in was Gill. Goes after it now. Handballs it off. Going to get picked up. Handballed across. There's a kick on the way off the foot of Sean Berry. That one had the full berries, but not the direction. Did find the field of play. It goes over the boundary line and out of bounds, unless it did go out of bounds, unless it did go straight out. And in fact, it did. Oh nope. Well, let's see what they're calling here. It looks like it was a free kick before that. I know it did go out of bounds. While I was watching umpire McElvaney, and he looked like he was pointing to the ground, but they'll play on quickly. And it's marked. Maine trying to cut into the lead here. Has Hemingway if he wants him on the hard around. Now sending that one forward is Dowling. Going to drop in short. A lot of bodies in front of the ball, but it's the red team that gets it. Here come the Bombers. The Tons. Because it's Wilmington, or the Tons. Mark taken by Foster. Bodies McCullough off the ball. Sending this one down. Parker able to get the ball free. It's picked off. And here they come the other way. That's Aaron Gray. Gray with a shot for goal. I think it's there. Let's see what the umpire says. Yes! The defender was behind the line when he got it, and Aaron Gray has kicked another one. Back to a 7-point game. And the Cats have scored their first goal in some time. 2-1-13 to Wilmington, 3-2-20. 7:15 gone here in the second half. Aaron Gray, I think what a great pickup he's been. He was telling me that he's moved up to Portsmouth, Virginia. And Portsmouth, I would say I'm trying to think, probably roughly about, I'd say an hour and a half from Portland. But probably easier to get to than Boston. But all the same, he's been a fantastic ambassador, and he does a fantastic job in the half-forward line. Picking that one up. Here he is again, except he was spun right round, baby, like a record. And there is Reeves, who was able to get it out, but it pinged off of somebody. Over into the corner. Gets this one away. Down the line. Bounces free. Picked up. Gets away from one defender. Does Holston. Hadn't called his name in a while. Forgot who he was. They get the ball along the ground. Whistle and perhaps kicking in danger. Free kick. Wilmington with the ball. Those two Stephen Taylor goals have really made the difference here. Right now, that's what is separating these two teams. Handball it around. Maine trying to get it out. Holston is going to get the ball back. Gets away from 3 jumpers. Kicks the ball on the left. Goes down the line. Nice mark taken by O'Connell. Dan O'Connell. O'Connell gets rid of it quickly. Drops in front. Out to the near side. Punched free. Getting it is Norman Gerard, who was taken down quickly. And here is Foster, who will go off the mark quickly. Long handball to O'Connell. But what a huge bump. Oh, and he is down. And he has not moved. We're just watching the player down behind play. He now is rolling over, and I think he may have gotten it across the collarbone. I mean, that I think was a pretty fair bump. He was just trying to body him off the ball. And hopefully we're not looking at a broken collarbone, because that was a huge, huge hit. The trainer is out on the ground. We are going to have some time on here. That's one of the few instances where the official game clock is stopped. He is off the field, and he looks like he's going to be okay. That was Owen Tuos, and that was a very rude introduction to Captain Dan O'Connell. And that's just part of the game. It is what it is. We'll play on. So probably looking at about, maybe 30, 45 seconds of time on rather. And it looks like in the process that the end result of that was Maine ended up kicking a behind. So 2-2-14 for Maine. 3-2-20. It's now a goal separating the teams. I think that was the result of the play. I was watching Tuos behind. Ball comes down up on the far side, gets taken down, speared forward, and over the boundary line and out. Ball comes spinning back in the play. Punched forward by Holston. Goes to get it now. Dances away. There was Neal. Neal sends this one goalward. This is for the tie. James Neal has tied the game at 20. And he's kicked that one from Demon Deacon land. 3-2-20 each of 2. 12 minutes gone here in the second half. Well, unless my mind escapes me, and there's still plenty of time for anything to happen, we have not had a draw in a regional championship since the 2016 Central Regionals. The Tyler Ames game, where he kicked 2 goals in the final 3 minutes to have Denver and Dallas finish at 31-31. Still plenty of time as Fenton Hewlett gets it out to the near side. This is Burgess. Burgess got to it, sending this one in. Going and picking that one up nicely on one hop was Moeller with one hand even. Umpire McAvaney says it's a high tackle. Free kick to Maine. Sending this one in down the line. Almost taking the mark was Mayer. I think they're going to pay it. Or they're going to pay something for the contact. But Luke Meyer came out of nowhere and almost took that mark. He'll get a free kick for his troubles. And he's already kicked one, and now he'll try to put his team in the lead with the score knotted at 20-20. Luke Meyer. Kicked. Looks good. Ball looked like it tailed right. Did it just sneak in? It did. That's 2 for Luke Meyer. And Maine has the lead. 13.5 gone. Watch AFL scoreboard. Cats 4-2-26. Wilmington 3-2-20. Well, this has gotten exciting. And now the question is momentum. Does Maine have it, or can the Bombers wrest it away? We'll find that answer out very shortly. Ball comes back in the air. Somebody was asking, I don't know which team it was, are we down a man? As the ball gets sent forward, almost taken down. Going to get picked up. Going all the way back again is Meyer. Meyer and Stephen Taylor have traded goals in this game. Parker going to get tackled by Gray. Got the ball free. Wilkosh gets it out. Down the line, down the middle of the ground. Going to get picked up. Here's a handball once again. Here's an opportunity. Willis, ooh, what a hit. But he got the kick away. And Adrian Willis got the kick away and somehow managed to find Stephen Taylor. Wow. That was a huge hit, but he got the kick away and it did its duty. Taylor to tie with a goal. It's on its way. It starts right. Is it coming back? No, it's through for a behind. But now a kick puts them in the lead. 15 gone, second half. Bombers trail by 5 on the Watch AFL scoreboard. Thanks again to all of our partners, including the Greater Raleigh Sports Alliance, who have helped, as they have the last 2 times we've been here, put on this tournament. This is Burgess. Bernie Burgess had a key goal in the win. Drops in front. Nice mark by Muller. Muller has a bounce. It's good. Now has to get rid of it. Handball wasn't terribly effective. Stefan is there. Maine keeps it into the forward line. It's going to roll. Bounces away now. Going to get picked up. Puts the ball to ground. Needs to take a second bounce and does. Now gets it away. Good ball down the center of the ground. Over to get it. Juggled and marked. Had 3 bites at the cherry but took it. Gets rid of it now in the middle of the ground. Goes over top. Running through like a house on fire is Holston. Holston sends it on. Almost juggled and marked by not Berry but Hiller. 5-point lead. The umpire crosses his arms like the Monsignor and we'll have a ball up. 16.5 minutes gone. Now 3.5 to go. Getting it is James Neal. Right now has the winning goal. Sending this one back the other way. Over the top. Ball goes to ground. And shoved down. That's going to be a free kick. As Gill, and now Gill is hurt. And I think he's just cramping. And umpire says time off, so we'll have a little bit more time added on. Now Seth McIlvaney sets the time once again. And Kieran Gill will set sail from 50 meters out. Left-footed kick on the way, tailing towards the sticks. Was it over the line? No, it wasn't. It was tapped through for a behind. So back to a 6-point game. The draw is still very much alive. 4-3-27 Maine, 3-3-21 Wilmington. And Maine, I don't know that this will be enough. It'll be enough to put them in the conversation at 2-1. Right now, they don't have a higher percentage than Virginia. So I don't know that even with a victory, with a Virginia victory, that they can do it. But Maine also might be very good for second place. But they'll finish with a winning record if they can hang on. Game's not over yet, though. This one is sent in, and Taylor overjumps it. Burgess able to get it free out to the near side. Where will it land? On the line. It'll be a boundary throw-in. Almost 19 minutes gone. We'll have some time added on here. Big tackle as Matthews went after it. Ball comes down, handballs it off, goes up high. Oh, almost nice mark over the top. Good job by Chris Harrell. Harrell gets rid of it. Oh, whoa, that was friendly fire. Two Cats players collided behind the play. One of them is up. The other one is not. There have been some heavy hits. And remember, this is the third game these two teams have played.
It's 3-on-1.
3-on-1. Parker tries to get it free. That other player looks to be up, overrunning it. And looking like he got stuck on attack was Fenton Hewlett. Parker was in there. This game has had a lot of heavy hits. It definitely has picked up. It's been relatively clean as the ball gets sent forward by Clark. Ball goes over the top for Taylor. Bombers still only need a goal to tie. We're now in time on. 20 minutes have gone as the ball is up on the far side now. Going to get sent back. Here they come the other way. Ball is almost marked again by Taylor. Ball goes out of bounds. Time running out. The Bombers need a goal just to tie. Boundary throw-in upcoming. Ball comes spinning back in. Ball goes to ground. Cats have it. Marked. They got to go quickly. Wilcosh. Wilcosh with the football. Gets it. Kicks it on. Over the top. Bounces free. Gets it out of there. Off the hands. Going to get picked up once again. Ducked into the tackle. No call. Got it out was Foster. This is where the Cats want it. They want it as far away from the defensive goal as they can, and they're going to get a free kick. As Hemingway was held off the ball. Still waiting for the whistle here for the siren. A minute and a half of time on has been played. Sending this one in. Going to bounce into the corner. Maine looks like they're going to do it, and this might seal it from the corner. James Moeller has put this game away. 5-3-33 Maine Cats, 3-3-21 Wilmington. They fought their best, but the Cats are going to come away with the victory, you would think. And there is the confirmation. The final siren goes. The Maine Cats have finished their Southeast Region Championship campaign with a winning record at 2-1. The final score, it's the Maine Cats 5 goals, 3 behinds, 33 points. The Wilmington Bombers / Jacksonville Saints 3-3-21. A great job by both sides. And hey, give Wilmington credit. They fought very well in all three games, especially the first and the last game. But Maine still had petrol in the tank, considering, again, they just had a half-hour break in between their last two games. And the fantastic play. Aaron Gray was fantastic up front for the Maine Cats. Well, the good news is that the Cats will finish with a winning record. The bad news is that I don't know that percentage-wise they'll have the opportunity to surpass Virginia should Virginia upset North Carolina. If North Carolina wins, the Cats will finish in second. If the Lions win, then they will almost certainly finish in third. So that's the situation. But either way, these two teams who are bounded by one guy, Nick Parker, who is the founder of Wilmington and also helped co-found the Maine Cats, I think he should be very proud, and really everybody on that field should be. So that's the last game of the day for those two, but we have one game left, and it will determine who will walk out of Miller Fields with the regional trophy as the North Carolina Tigers take on the Virginia Lions. We'll have that one coming up for you in about 10 minutes' time. Until then, we'll return to Raleigh. On the other side of this break, you're watching the 2025 USAFL Southeast Region Championships presented by Tasmanian here on AussieRulesUSA.com.